you kind of just brought it up a little bit, but I'd like to dive into the concept of a strategic enemy and how CMOs and marketing teams can identify them and why that's a good thing for branding, because we hear so much of like divisiveness and this. You hear enemy, your mind just goes to negative and whatever.
No.
Break it down for our listeners. What is the strategic enemy? How can we be using this?
Absolutely. Listen, you have a lot of competitors out there, but you want one strategic enemy. That's the oppositional force that you stand against. Not that they're evil or wrong, but they're different.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You know, there's Coke and there's Pepsi. There's different folks, different strokes for different folks, right?
Yes,
And
exactly.
absolutely. So that's the power of defining what you are by clearly saying what you're not. Because when you say what you say no to, it's actually more believable what you stand for. So a great example is Oatly oat milk. Now, they pioneered oat milk, and you would say, well, who are they competing against? Well, there's lots of competitors. There's almond milk and soy milk and coconut milk, regular milk, protein milk, organic milk. So those are the competitors.
Yep.
They picked one strategic enemy, and they want to pick that enemy that they can, best contrast against to show the difference of what makes Oatly different. Now, Oatly does taste much more like real milk than some of the other alternatives, but they also most importantly picked Big Dairy as their strategic enemy. So now we have some way to position ourselves and a way to verbalize that. And how do they do it? Wow, no cow, right? And not only that, they started narrow. They started with baristas. They got them sold on the idea of swapping out regular milk with oat milk that works wonderfully. It foams up. I mean, coconut milk, no foam. I mean, it's terrible.
You're right.
It's
You're right.
awful.
It's rather fatty, too.
Yeah,
Sorry,
absolutely.
coconut milk.
So, they start narrow and they brand, now they've exploded into being the alternative to, wow, no cow. I mean, that's a powerful thing.
Yeah. And I think this topic has come up over and over and over and over and over again on the podcast, but there's a measure of confidence that a brand needs to have to really step into and own their positioning and choose a strategic enemy. And it's not like, it's more like, it's almost like a rivalry. And what gets people like frothing at the mouth than a rivalry?
Think of football. I mean,
precisely.
That's what it's all about. And it's about cheering for your side. And the easiest way sometimes to cheer for your team is to say the Bears suck.
Guys. Sorry, Packers fans.
My husband. Gotcha.
So I absolutely love that, and it is very interesting of finding that opposite point to then kind of reflect back who you truly are. These are things that if a marketer sat down for a moment would kind of clarify themselves. So I'm so very glad we're having this conversation to lay it out for everybody.